Alright, y'all, what's up? Welcome back to the show. If you haven't noticed, pretty sure everyone's noticed, cost of living, it seems like worldwide, basically anywhere you want to throw a dart at the map, has gone up. That is a harsh reality, but there's still some places that are really cost effective that are cheap and, offer a pretty cool lifestyle. I know it certainly ranges big time here in the U.S. There are some states that are super expensive, and then there are some states that are really awesome and beautiful, and somehow they're a lot cheaper. And that goes for anywhere in the world. There are countries that are way more and countries that are much easier on the wallet when it comes to cost of living. So this here is the 10 cheapest countries to live in Europe comfortably. So sounds pretty interesting. This could probably be done multiple different ways depending on who you ask, depending on the sources. So take this with a grain of salt. This was suggested to me by Stephen B on Instagram. So thank you for that. I appreciate the suggestion. And this comes to us from a channel called Scary Harry. So this will be linked in the description, and you can watch this whole video uninterrupted and definitely browse their channel. Europe as a whole has a lot of benefits, of course, to living there and a lot of awesome attributes. But I've usually heard, the blanket statement that it's pretty expensive. So let's see if these countries can break the mold. Here we go.
10 cheapest countries to live in Europe. Number 10, Montenegro. Montenegro
beautiful.
has stunning landscapes, beautiful beaches, and
How could this be cheap? Look at that. I did not expect to see scenery like this right off the bat. Dang. Look at the seaside. Look at the mountains. Okay.
magnificent mountainous countryside to explore.
That's nice.
If you are looking for a cheap European country to live with a natural scenic view, fantastic weather, and affordability, Montenegro is an ideal destination for you.
That's
It is
awesome.
also called the Pearl of Europe. Room rent, utilities, groceries will be pretty cheap in Montenegro by
Wow.
Western standards. With such a low cost of living, a growing economy, and an emerging tourism industry, Montenegro is becoming a popular and cheap European country for digital nomads. A single person can live an extremely comfortable life for as low as $1,000 per month.
Jeez. Now, of course, I should mention, too, some of the metrics they go by as single person. That, of course, is very specific, right? So some people travel the world solo. That's the way to go. It's like the cheapest, right? Some people aren't solo. Some people travel in couples, have families. I have a family. So this wouldn't apply to me, at least these prices. But it's still interesting to see, what countries tend to be cheaper. Now, I don't like to get too crazy, like political or anything. So keeping it within reason, keep it friendly. If there's a reason why some of these countries are cheaper that aren't, really told in this video, please expand upon that on the comments below. I mean, Montenegro, looks beautiful, right? Every scene there was gorgeous. And they have good weather, right? They have beaches, coastline. I mean, what's not to like,
Number 9.
To be fair, I just don't know much about Montenegro at all. As you know, I'm learning about Europe on this channel. And some of the, I guess bigger players in Europe, I'm starting to learn about a lot. But I have not really seen any coverage on Montenegro, so I have a lot to learn.
Czech Republic.
Czech Republic. Now,
Located in Central Europe, the Czech Republic boasts a
Beautiful
stunning
place,
old
too.
town with some wonderful Gothic architecture and historical buildings. The Czech Republic is one of the safest and affordable places to live in Europe.
Yeah, Czech Republic seems to have an awesome reputation. To be fair, in like a super hypothetical situation where like Uncle Sam just kicked my butt out of the USA or something, I think I would gravitate towards the Czech Republic in Europe, man. It is really a cool place, really pretty, and I feel like the vibe there, just from what I hear in all these videos, is really good. It's really chill, really safe. They have amazing beer, amazing social culture. It just looks like a fun place.
It is modern, safe, comfortable, and friendly. Czech
How can
people
you argue
welcome
with that?
international travelers with open arms. Expats are attracted to the Czech Republic for a dozen reasons, which include the low cost of living, excellent healthcare, beautiful forests, and cool historic architecture.
Again, remember, I don't like to get political, okay? I do find it weird. I feel like that's a new age term. Maybe I'm wrong. I feel like that's like an internet term, like the expat thing. I thought, like, if I move from the U.S. to Czech, wouldn't I just be like an immigrant, right? I don't know. I don't know if there's like a difference there or what,
architectural
but
buildings.
anywho.
As with most
I hear
countries,
both,
the cost of
so.
living in the Czech Republic depends on the region you choose to stay in. The capital of the Czech Republic is
So pretty.
Prague. It is a popular tourist destination and more expensive than rural locations. Number 8, Turkey.
Turkey is beautiful.
Amazing
I've seen
climate,
a lot of
affordable
video
food,
on that, yeah.
great attitude of local people towards foreigners, picturesque nature, and of course the crystal clear warm sea with incredible sunsets make it an almost perfect place to be. On the Mediterranean coast in some cities, there are already separate areas where only foreigners live. They have their foreign shops with familiar products, clinics with English-speaking staff, so there will be no problems with adaptation. Another advantage is the high level of health care. Retirees will be able to apply for medical insurance and receive all the necessary assistance for it, including even complex treatment. Younger people can also purchase insurance or pay out of pocket. Prices for medical services are very reasonable. Furthermore, there are a lot of cheap cities in Turkey where you can find an apartment for the long term for $200 to $500 per month. Food and
Really?
entertainment will cost.
Damn, that seems... See, like I said, you got to take these videos with a grain of salt because it's kind of a lot of just out there statements and facts, but that seems super cheap.
Cost you $300 to $350 per month.
Wow.
Number 7.
That just seems like unrealistically cheap. The cost of living in the U.S. generally in certain things is thought of to be a lot cheaper than, say, like a lot of Europe is. Now, of course, you can break it down, and some things are more expensive in Europe. Some things, shockingly, are more expensive in the U.S. But I tell you what, the cost of living in just the last 5 years of my life has been so noticeable, more than the last like 25 years before that, if that makes sense. It is kind of unbelievable how much stuff like gasoline, fuel, your utility bills, the price of houses is like astronomically high. Groceries, you go to the supermarket and it is just unreal, the price of everything. It's freaky almost how expensive the world is right now, at least from my perspective.
Latvia. Latvia is a beautiful and cheap spot for retirees to live out their golden years. Everything is affordable here, whether
Very
it's
pretty.
housing, healthcare, or groceries.
I have a lot more to learn about Latvia as well. That's another country that I haven't really gotten to cover
There are
at all.
lots of interesting places to explore, different
That's
activities to
pretty.
try, and friendly, open-minded locals in Latvia. It is one of the cheapest places to live in Europe for English speakers, as 47% of Latvian people speak English, and it makes Latvia
Really?
a honeypot country for digital nomads and expats. A one-bedroom apartment in large cities rents for an average of $1,000, and outside the city center you can get it cheaper. The country also offers a variety of recreational options that include hiking,
Look at
kayaking,
that. Is that
skiing, and many
It looks like a marathon or something, yeah?
other outdoor
Or
activities.
some sort of race?
Number 6.
Very,
Slovakia.
very scenic.
Slovakia is an amazing
Slovakia, yeah, right, of course, next to Czech Republic, so that's
country
cool.
with lots of hiking trails.
Again, very, very beautiful aesthetic, the landscape
National
too.
parks, castles, museums, and UNESCO-protected sites. Slovakia is a safe and cheap European country to live that has started to attract more expats and international travelers in recent years. You don't need to break your bank while living and working here, as Slovakia is one of the cheapest countries to live in. With around $1,000 per month, you will be able to cover all of your basic costs in Slovakia. Here you can eat well, drink well, and visit plenty of tourist attractions at a fraction of the...
Seeing scenes like this, like on the ground shots, it's just so cool, right? You see the tram here, and it's just so clean. Like, look at the floor, right? It's kind of cool seeing the cobblestone in places, brick, all the different colors, right? It's just a cool aesthetic. It's so different than the U.S. And you see tons of people walking. It's just fun. It looks fun.
The cost of the countries to the west. Furthermore, its capital, Bratislava, is a small city and a great destination for art and history buffs.
Nice.
Number 5. Hungary.
Hungary.
It's hard to
Cool.
find another cheap country to live in Europe with such incredible natural beauty and lots of opportunities. Hungary has recently become a more popular destination for expats.
Jeez, look at that. The intricacies. I know I always point this out in videos. I always pause it. I can't help myself. This is so unreal to me. The way that these are constructed and the detail. It's like mind-bending. Jeez.
and digital nomads, not only because of the inexpensive cost of living, but the liberal immigration policies. The capital city of Hungary is Budapest, one of the cheapest cities in Europe where you can live on a budget.
Budapest
It is
looks
gradually
cool.
becoming a hotspot for international travelers and expats. The capital city, Budapest, is also extremely safe and one of the best places to travel alone in Europe. The major cities in Hungary have all the Western amenities you could need, but surprisingly, at the half-price spend in any Western European countries. With a monthly expenditure of $1,200, you can expect a normal, happy life
That's
with
cheap.
all the basic amenities. Number 4. Poland. Poland boasts diverse top sectors
Wow.
with ample work
That's a beautiful
opportunities
city.
for expats, especially in international industries.
Well, it says Warsaw Towers, but that, of course, that could be a company too. So maybe this is Warsaw, maybe this is not, but I assume it's a bigger city. I mean, these are pretty impressive structures here.
Warsaw, the capital city of Poland,
Warsaw.
is a charming city and is considered one of the cheapest cities to live in Europe. Polish is the native language in Poland, but 30% of people can speak English. So teaching the English language could be a great profession for expats.
Wow.
Despite being situated in an important location, the living cost in Poland is not that expensive. From one-bedroom apartment to dining, utility bills, internet, everything is pretty affordable in Poland. You can expect to live here for less than $1,500 per month, regardless of having stunning sea beaches, beautiful mountains.
Wow, look at that. Mountains, these cool villages tucked in, the foothills, rainbows. Damn.
Lovely lakes and national parks.
Looks
Poland
nice.
is still not so popular European tourist destination. You can explore the medieval old towns and visit the cathedral, castles, and other historical places in Poland. Number 3. Romania.
Ooh,
Another
Romania.
underrated European country that is quite cheap to live in by the standards of the region is Romania. The country
Very
offers delicious
interesting
foods,
place.
a pretty affordable cost of living, and surreal natural beauty.
Yeah.
The low cost of living in Romania
I was
allows
going to say, everything I've seen from Romania, I've reacted to a video you should check out if you haven't already. It was like the greatest driving road in the world. And it was this unbelievable winding highway through the mountains in Romania. And it was like, it was truly spectacular. The landscapes in Romania are very unique. It is a very fascinating place, I think.
retirees to increase their travel, take up new hobbies, and generally enjoy a better quality of life. The suggested average monthly budget to live in Romania is around $1,000. The country is also
Wow.
known for its
Look at that.
jaw-dropping UNESCO heritage sites, historical places, and castles. Also, applying for a Romanian citizenship is the easiest in the EU. You just have to live in the
Wow.
country for only 2 years.
That's
Number 2,
interesting.
Ukraine.
Ukraine.
Ukraine is a fascinating and vibrant country, rich in natural beauty and brimming with opportunity for expats. Whether you want to live in the
Wow,
capital
look at
city
that.
or overlook a sun-washed beach in the west, you'll find modern, high-quality housing for low prices.
Look at those
It is attractive
structures.
to newcomers for the warmth of its people, the moderate climate, the low cost of living, modern conveniences and health services, and the rich and vibrant indigenous culture. If you plan to move in this country, be ready to pay around $1,200 per month. From amazing architecture to interesting history,
Yeah,
from
the
mesmerizing
architecture's
culture
really
to delicious cuisines,
fascinating.
Ukraine has enough reasons to exceed your expectations. Number
Cool.
1, Bulgaria.
Bulgaria.
With such a
Number
low
one,
cost of
okay.
living, a growing economy, and an emerging tech
Ooh, look at that. Wow. And the mountains in the backdrop. That's a scenic shot.
industry, Bulgaria is not only a cheap European country to live in, but also enriched with incredible natural beauty. Surprisingly, this Balkan country is one of the most underrated countries in Europe, whether for living or tourism. Room rent in Bulgaria is very cheap. You can easily find a one-bedroom studio at $250 to $500 per month.
Jeez,
Rents,
so cheap.
food prices, and utility bills in Bulgaria are the lowest in the entire European Union.
Wow. Okay, so remember on those exact pricing figures when he says like $200 to $500 a month, I'm gonna assume that's extremely hard to find realistically. So remember, I'm not taking all of these facts literally, but I'm sure it's cheap, right? I don't know if it's that cheap or if that's easy to find. That being said, he said it's the cheapest on utilities and basically a lot of different metrics. Hold on, let me see what he said.
Rents, food prices, and utility bills in Bulgaria.
Yeah, food prices, just basic cost of living is cheapest in the whole of the EU in Bulgaria. Wow.
Bulgaria are the lowest in the entire European Union. Transport in most Bulgarian cities is
Dang.
very easy and cheap to get from one place to another. The monthly budget comes in at less than $1,000 a month in Bulgaria.
Yeah, that sounds unreal, but that is really interesting. So, this is a great video for comments. Is this list accurate? Do you enjoy beautiful scenery and a cheap cost of living in one of these places? Do you love it? Do you disagree with some of the things on here? You know, any facts and points you want to add to this? I would love to hear them. Some very scenic places on the list, and quite frankly, I really didn't know what to expect. I was going to assume I wouldn't see places throughout Europe, like, you know, I wouldn't see the Ireland or the UK. I wouldn't see France or Germany on here. I was going to assume those weren't very cheap, you know, even places like Italy or Spain or something. You know, I was not expecting to see those, but I didn't really know who I was expecting to see on here. So, yeah, very surprising and fascinating list this was, and I enjoyed it. So thank you for that suggestion. Keep your awesome video ideas coming. I'll see you down in the comments. Please throw a like on there if you enjoyed this. Subscribe to be part of this amazing community we do have here. Make sure to use that link in the description to check this whole video out and check out their channel. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker, and until next time, y'all, stay safe out there. Have a good one, and I'll catch you later.